to our discussion for the episode. We are going to be talking about referees and controversial decisions because there's been a lot over the past couple of weeks. I've got a bit of a list going on here. I don't know if you guys do as well, but these are only it's literally from Man United, Arsenal, and then a couple of others. So Varane fouled on Wilson from this weekend.
Okay.
Sancho fouled in the box. Ronaldo goal disallowed. I would say controversial in some ways.
Okay.
Arsenal's penalties. The Arsenal penalty decision. The no red for Gabriel decision. The no red for Thiago decision from yesterday. Klopp being sent off. Foden's goal being disallowed. Rashford handball from last week. Gabriel's handball. Antonio's handball. Any others?
Yes, Kyle Walker-Peters for Southampton. I'll get onto that.
I've got Thiago Silva handball against Crystal Palace. I've got Cornet against Chelsea.
We're not just talking about this weekend.
No, we're fully just loading up our pet peeves of the season. Cornet against Chelsea. Cucurella against hair pulled against Spurs. And then I've just got Arsenal v Liverpool. I've just highlighted that. And I've got Arsenal v Leeds. I've highlighted that. I didn't put Man United Arsenal down because I just thought, it's been so long.
Was there any decisions in that were quite controversial?
The Odegaard one is the only one which people argue, and people were very 50-50 on it. But when you think of the grand scheme with our goal that got ruled out, and I think in the grand scheme of refereeing decisions, that's one which isn't really VAR's problem because clearly it's not clear and obvious because no one's really made their mind up on it. But if anything, that proves that the goal should have stood because it wasn't clear and obvious. But I won't get into that. But there's been worse decisions, basically. So many bad ones.
There's been a lot of controversial decisions over the past couple of weeks, and we're only 8 weeks into the season?
No, game week 10, lads. Game week 10.
But literally, we are kind of
about
8 weeks. There's been midweeks.
Yeah.
So maybe 8, 9.
Fair enough.
So, if we're missing any more, feel free to leave them in comments or whatever. But there's been a lot. Where do we start?
One from this weekend in particular, I just touched on it, Kyle Walker-Peters. Are you aware of this? What happened with Kyle Walker-Peters?
No.
So Southampton drew to West Ham 1-1. It was at Southampton's ground. They were at home. And so for Southampton scored the opener for the first goal. The Sky Sports highlight, the commentators don't talk about it, but the camera clearly cuts to Kyle Walker-Peters. He takes the throw in and he's literally like 2 steps onto the pitch when he's taking the throw in. He takes the throw in, Southampton build up, they score. A decent goal, right? Okay. Before West Ham go on to equalise, Southampton nearly doubled their lead by Kyle Walker-Peters literally doing the same thing. He literally steps onto the pitch, takes the throw in, Southampton nearly score again, and it just wasn't even picked up or whatsoever.
Bloody idiot.
West Ham have to draw again.
Can we just, whether or not the referee's got it wrong or right, how's Kyle Walker-Peters not taking a throw-in properly?
Yeah.
It's one of the worst crimes in football. It's like not taking a corner properly. It's like, look, stand on the line, head, arms back, over. That's all you need to do.
It's classic Sunday league.
So simple.
Classic Sunday.
I'll be honest, in my first ever game of football of Sunday League, I did foul throw.
Everyone's done it.
It's because you'd never done it before. You panic. I had 1 foot on the pitch and I had 1 foot off the ground. I launched it, but
did the old jump? Yeah. I mean, everyone's done it in Sunday League.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing, but Kyle Walker-Peters should probably.
But the point is, it's embarrassing at Sunday League level.
I know. But he's not embarrassed. He wants to score. He knows what he's doing.
He's like, how's the referee not spotting that?
We need consistency. Just like Bernardo Silva said.
Well, no, if anything, we do because we've got so many consistent mistakes here.
Right. We need
consistent success.
We need inconsistency in terms of mistakes. We need consistency in terms of how they officiate games. With Liverpool Man City this weekend, I don't know if you heard, but the referee went into the game with the intention of letting fouls go.
I think
so letting light fouls go, and then Pepper's kicked off when their goal got disallowed when Haaland's pulled down Fabinho. I think that's a foul. I think I don't think the goal should have been given.
I have one thing to talk about on the goal, which is that when I first saw they were going to VAR, I thought instantly they're going because Liverpool players were complaining, but they weren't complaining about the foul, which it was given for. They were complaining about Alisson having 2 hands on the ball, which I think he did. I thought as soon as I saw the replay, I said that's not a goal. He's got 2 hands on the ball. You can't give it.
Haaland gets the ball first.
No, he doesn't. Haaland does not get the ball. He has 2 hands. There is, whether it's a split second or not, he has 2 hands on the ball before Haaland gets there. I don't think Haaland touches the ball. I think Haaland touches his hand. I think Haaland's got 2 hands on the ball. But here's the thing: if you go back to the actual foul, I don't remember that foul in the passage of play.
No.
It feels like you're going too far back, and then is that destroying the game itself? And if you're letting fouls go in the game,
But come back to that. If in any circumstance in that game, that is a foul. He's yanked his shirt down and he's on the floor.
You say that, but how many times have Salah brought down in the corner and the ref played on? I mean, you remember the one with Bernardo Silva in the corner, which caused Klopp's red card? I looked at it and I was like, what the hell is the ref doing? But if City went on to score, he would have then pulled it back, which is so stupid.
Mm-hmm. Also, you say though it was kind of too early on in the passage of play to really affect the goal. It's literally what happened with Carl Walker-Peters. He throws it in. Southampton play it, a string of 10 passes and then score, but it's come from him cheating.
Then the issue isn't VAR. The issue is just officiate things as they happen.
But shouldn't the VAR should be
because here's the thing: we love football, and look, we love football, and we love it when refs let things go. But isn't it a little bit unfair for them to go into fixtures saying we'll let things go?
Yes.
Because then that's not officiating games equally.
Here's the question though: is it a case of VAR or refereeing?
I think that's a case of. I think.
Why do we talk about referees and VAR as a separate entity?
No, VAR is not separate. VAR is a machine, but what is it done by? Referees.
Yeah, exactly.
It's refereeing. They are humans. They are responsible. Don't blame it on a bloody computer. You're idiots.
VAR is literally the tool that referees use.
I reckon if fans use VAR, I reckon it'd be much more successful. I think we know more about the game than they do.
How many changes actually does VAR need to make to become successful?
It needs to become independent. I think as soon as you retire as a referee, you are not allowed in the VAR room.
Mm-hmm.
You do not put employed referees. You put people in VAR who are trained for VAR and only VAR.
Okay, but
VAR specialists.
Yeah, but doesn't a VAR specialist need to be someone who knows how to officiate the game properly?
Yes.
And who knows best how to officiate the game properly?
If you change... I don't know if referees do know how to
officiate the game. I know, but out of anyone else, they're not going to stick Isaac Dodson in the VAR.
No, but my point is, get people who are trained specifically for VAR and monitoring the game, and not the buddies who are the ex-employees of these people, because it's a special group. They all know each other, and they don't want to bring their employees down like, oh, maybe your decision was right. Shut the hell up, do your job.
Time has moved on. They need to train.
Look,
referees.
I'll be honest. I hate all the referees. I think they're all idiots. And I'll be honest. I think I could do a better job than all of them. Just don't put me on the Arsenal games or Tottenham games, and I'll probably get decisions right. I think they're all blatantly. And I will let that word go on. Okay, fine. Cut it. I think they are just idiots. They're all bloody stupid. And if I had it my way, they'd all be sacked in the morning. And you know what? VAR is a good thing, because people don't want it to be all automated. I think it should. I'd rather a billion robots referee a game. Because you know what? They'll be consistent.
Right, so
I'm done.
It leads us on to the next question of: do we need new referee training?
Yes. We do. Yeah. That is the one clear answer from that rant. It's not that we need. I disagree with you that we need specifically trained people for VAR, because those people don't know as much about the game as referees do.
How do you know they don't exist? I've made them up. It's a new thing. Let things change. Let things happen.
Is it like the AI robots? The Brazil World Cup. Have you watched that? Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
And all the players are robots.
Yeah.
They literally just.
It's not like that, because they're not playing the bloody game. They'll just be on the pitch. Do you know what would be great? Have a robot which isn't even on the pitch. It's just watching, and then like the screen will go up and go, "Mate, you kicked him." that way the referee doesn't get in the way of play.
Siri just goes.
You know how I'm
Someone shouts Siri on the pitch, and it's just
Siri, did he kick him?
Yeah. So just show what. I just don't want. I just hate referees. I just hate them all. I think they're all idiots, and I hate just. Even like no matter the competition, no matter if it's in Europe, if it's an international game, I just don't trust them. I think referees are just the lowest of the low. I think they are just awful people. I hate all referees. Whether it's my game or not, I think they make consistent mistakes, and no matter what job you have, if you make a consistent mistake, you're sacked. If we end up in our careers and we make consistent blunders on TV, we would get sacked. Like
Right. Can I caveat that and say, to be fair, whilst they piss me off, the referees, I actually think it's one of the hardest jobs in the world. And I actually think,
if anything, that's why robots should be brought in. If it's so hard, let the computers take charge.
Let's quickly say the opinions of the footballing question as a whole do not stem directly from Isaac and what Isaac is saying.
No,
this is Isaac's opinion. Isaac just hates referees.
I just hate them all.